This should be the thumbnail.
Hey guys, Tim with On the Run. Today we're going to finally install something that I've been wanting to get installed for a little bit now, and that is the Quadratec Gen 2 Stealth light bar that mounts on the interior of your Jeep. Today we're going to install it on a 23 Gladiator. Let's go check it out.
Do you want me to do this?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get it installed in the Gladiator now. So this is going to be a little bit of a test to how well this light performs overall, because this particular Gladiator has a tinted windshield. So we live in the South and it gets extremely hot here in the summers. So having good quality tint that helps block heat is crucial down here in the South. So this one's got a tinted window. We're going to lose a little bit of light because of that, but we'll just see how much light do we actually lose. We'll just see. We'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and start getting this installed. First of all, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these wires. Make sure you pick up a good trim removal kit. You're going to want something like that. Just makes this a whole lot easier when we're trying to pull some of these panels off. So you can take your trim tool, and we're just going to go ahead and remove this HVAC radio portion here from the front of it. And you can do that by coming on the right side and just kind of working that out. It should just pop out. There it goes. There is a one clip right here in the middle, one electrical connector there. You'll remove it, and one on your push to start button. There we go. So they both just have little push tabs that you push on to release the lock. And then you can just set that aside. There is one Phillips head screw right here at the top that you take out. And then there's just those little body clips that are behind here. So you should, just like that top piece, be able to pull straight out. Yeah, there we go. Looks like a couple on the top and feels like just a couple on the bottom. Take that for just a second. So on the back side of our 12-volt plug, this is the part of the harness that we're going to take loose. So we're going to take that part loose, and then in our new harness, this is basically just an inline jumper that we're going to take the harness from here, plug it into this harness, and then off the new harness we're going to plug that back into the 12-volt outlet, and then that's going to be able to feed our power over to behind the glove box there. So there's a little push lock again on that one behind that outlet. I think it's pretty tight. So you want to make sure that you push far down on that lock, and then it'll pop out. And then all we're going to do is plug it into our new harness and plug our new harness into the outlet. And then I already had the glove box out, but on this particular Gladiator, all I had to do was just, there's a little flap here that holds against this retainer for the glove box. I just pulled up on it so that this could fall out and pull that straight out. But I already had that out, so all we got to do at this point is feed our new harness over there. If you come in from this side, you can basically get your hand almost all the way in there and grab a hold of that harness. And we're just going to pull it through. And just kind of let it lay there in the open area of the glove box. And then let's put all that back together. So make sure our wires are out of the way. We're going to take our screw. Go ahead and plug our push to start and the pigtail for our climate control and radio, and put it all back inside. I'm going to go ahead and put everything that I had plugged in back on there now. Cool. All right, so next we're going to use our trim tool to pull up on our little tweeter cover that's up top here. We got to take our little cover pieces off right here to open up to 2 bolts that hold this grab handle cover on. There are 10mm bolts. I'm just going to take those off. So you got a longer extension. Now, should be able to pull. Yeah, pull straight out. Yeah, it looks like just one little detent clip is holding it in at that point. So now we got to take our Torx bits out as well. We're going to take our T40 bit and loosen both of these. We're actually going to do this on both sides. All right, so on our brackets here, there is a side that has some larger holes and smaller holes. The larger holes are going to go up onto the vehicle. And we're just going to take this and put it right back in place with that bracket. See, where did I put that other bolt? There it is. So I'm going to kind of snug it up first, and then I'm going to back it back off just a little bit. I'm going to let it kind of seat on this freedom panel here, make sure it's holding on. And then I'm going to back it off just a little bit because we need to be able to have it where we can adjust this bracket around. So I'm going to get just a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side.
You know, I'm gonna name this rock right here Bob.
All right.
Daddy, it's falling, I think. Oh.
This might come in handy later.
Is that one recording?
Yeah. All right. Now, let's try that again.
Wait.
Hang on. I got to get over here. Bring it to you just a little bit. There you go. Back to me. Right there. Perfect. You can do this one person, but it is a whole lot easier when you got a good helper. And that's what I've got.
I'm sweating to get it in. Yeah, I can't get it in. My hands are sweaty.
All right, they send you a couple little zip ties that you can use to tie strap your harness. Now you gotta just remember there's the hole that little detent is gonna sit in. And so you just gotta remember to give yourself room to go around that. We'll just cut those off. Now we should be able to put this back on now. Figure out how to line it back up. Get it in there. There we go. Okay, gonna put our bolts back in. Let me get that longer extension. Should have done that from the start. Just make sure that our tweeter cover.
Oh, wait, do you have your mic
Back on there?
on?
Yes. Snaps in place. It's back on. And we'll resecure this stuff here in a minute. All right, come hold that right here.
I don't know.
Okay, so the last thing is we just have to connect our power and ground. So we'll go red to red and black with the red stripe to the brown.
So
I don't really care for these junctions that much, to be honest with you, but
the
that's what we got.
black and red will go with the brown?
Yeah, black and red will go with the brown. Just gotta snug that down in there. Cool. Now, yep, just gonna kind of get those out of the way of everything back there so they don't get tangled in anything. Oh, hand me my glove box, if you would, please. So then all we gotta do is put our glove box back in. Get my winch cable and everything down. Cool. Let's try it out. All right, so it is gonna be, should be on just a ignition circuit, so doesn't work when everything's off. Let's go accessory. Yeah, there we go. So on accessory, you'll have it. Let's just go back and verify because it's daylight out. So yeah, nothing when it's off, but you'll have it accessory or when it's running. Wow, that is bright.
There's Bob.
That is really bright. I don't know that we're gonna have to worry about that tinted windshield at all, because that is bright. So we got white. And we got amber. I really like the amber. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to get it. Look at this little guy. Just barely hanging on there. You know, sometimes this is how you feel in life. That you just got a little flicker left, but you're still coming on. You know what? Still hanging in there. Be like that light. Hang in there. All right, that's it for install. That was actually really simple. I like that. That was a nice clean install. It's got a nice rubber gasket that goes along the bottom here that feels like it's pretty much sealing against the windshield all the way across. There's a little spot right here in the middle. You know, there's no support here in the middle. So, you know, it's just kind of dangling, but it's still touching the windshield. We'll just see how it does at night and see how much bleed back we get. I can see daylight across the top here right now. I did read on one review that a guy had left that all he did was take a little piece of electrical tape across that top section just to seal off any backlight that he gets from it. So we'll just see how bad it actually is, and maybe we'll take a couple little pieces of tape and do the same thing. But for the price, even if I had to do that, I'm not sad about that at all. That was a very easy install. It's clean, the wiring's exactly what you needed it to be, no special connectors that you're having to make and find and all that kind of stuff. That's perfect. Way to go, Quadratec, on that. Somebody had their thinking cap on. Now, we just gotta wait till it gets dark. This is a soccer ball.
Where is he? What are you doing?
Huh? Oh,
It's
nighttime.
night.
It's nighttime. Let's do it.
Oh my word, my hair. I just took a shower, so like.
Okay, here we are inside the cab. And this is our regular headlights on right here. If we turn on our rigid spots, you can see they're very focused, but very bright. That's rigid. Let's go amber on our new Quadratec Stealth. And you see it's just this huge flood that really just cuts through very well. So that's amber. Okay, back to headlights. There's our white light, which is just insane. I mean, you can, if we kill, I turned the headlights off. You almost couldn't see that I turned them off. I mean, there's on, there's off, those are headlights on and off. You could easily drive with just the Stealth 2 bar. So if we go back to amber on the Stealth, throw on the rigid, and it's like daytime out there. These things, this Stealth bar is extremely impressive. So let me flip it back to white. All right, if we look up top here, you can see I've got just a touch of bleed through on that top lip. It does look worse on the camera than it is in person, but I'm glad that the camera can pick it up because it is there. So I don't think that would ever even remotely bother me driving. But if it did, I could easily take a piece of tape or some weather stripping and put that up there, and that would cover that. So anyway, this thing is incredible. This is well worth the money, and I will be glad to get this thing out on the trail. So let us know in the comments if you got any questions about it, specific questions. We'll try to keep up with it as we go along and just see how this thing holds up. So drop us a comment below, like the video if you liked it, and always hit that subscribe button so you can catch all the cool things that we get into as a family. We've got several more trips coming up. We've got another day trip coming up soon. We've got the Overland Expo East that we'll be hitting. And then we've got another camp trip already scheduled. So we've got a lot of fun things coming out. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, we'll see you out on the next trail.